Hello everybody. Let me turn on the light here. I'm going to do a shootout. I picked up with the Canon R8 with the 24 to 240. Okay. I got both two cameras, and I'm going to show you the differences, not with the cameras, all right? I'm comparing them to 24 megapixels each. One is a ZF, the other one is the Canon R8, okay? What I'm going to deal with is the autofocus, the picture quality, and how I can perform on an all-in-one zoom lens. So I have the 24 to 240 from Canon, the RF, and it's very good. It's stabilized, and it can do manual or automatic focusing. And there's a switch on it. Now, I had the Nikon Zf. Thank goodness for the small rig grip. But I have the Nikon 28 to 400. It's a little bit further reach, okay? But great quality. I love this. It's an f4 to f8. Well, the other one is an f4 to 6.3. So this is almost twice as much of a reach. But I can put a digital zoom on the Canon to make it a 400 millimeter also. So I'm going to be doing that too. Make it kind of like apples to apples. And we can compare an actual lens that can go from 28 to 400 to a 24 to maybe a 400. We'll see how far that goes. But anyway, I'm going to go around the city. Around my area. It's cloudy. I'm waiting for a package. It's from Best Buy. They may deliver it today. They may deliver it on Monday, is what I was expecting. But they said they're delivering it early. So it's up till 8 o'clock tonight. There's a live stream with the photo shoot at the Photo Lounge tonight on the internet. Go on YouTube, look at Photo Lounge. I think it's Photo Lounge, or it might be Imagery Lounge, but I'll put it down in the comment section below. And when we get back in the studio, I will give you my input on the pictures taken, the quality, and how ease of use of the autofocus is on both cameras. So stay tuned for that, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, two cameras and a dog to the side. So I had the Nikon Zf 28 to 400 millimeter, f4 to f8, and then I had the Canon EOS R8 with the 24 to 240 millimeter, f4.5 to f6.3. And just to show you, I'm going to show you some video also. So here it comes. I'm going to do the Nikon ZF first, do a quick slideshow, show you the different things I did with it, and then I'll do the R8. There's quite a few pictures, so be patient, but I think this is going to be interesting. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to hit the down arrow. Now, I drove on 3009 going to the Tantigos theaters, movie theaters at Cibolo, and right at behind the furniture store, which I can't remember, and a school, They also have an orthopedic center, but this is where they capture water, you know, when it floods. So this is a flood, you know, kind of like a plain. So you can see the water flowing down, and then there's drains here, there, over there, and to the right, okay? And a little bit by the walkway. So this is very interesting. This is the road that I like going to the theaters and stuff, the shop. And this is just before it started raining. And here's some close-up at 400 millimeter, where the water goes back there and it drains. I think that's part of Cibolo Creek, okay? And I showed you some flowers at 400 millimeters. I still got spots on the ZF, but I did get that bird flying in action. Get some flowers. And this is pretty far away, okay? And you can see a little purple flowers right here. And then the bird. Now, it's kind of dark because it was just about to rain. I decided to get the pictures of the crackles. So most of the pictures were sharp, okay? Then I went to the cul-de-sac. So that's almost at 400 millimeters. I had to back off. And then that's at 28, okay? From inside the car. Now I just washed the car, but you'll see some spots. But I think that's on the sensor or on the lens. I'm gonna have to take a look at it. But anyway, here's a 400 millimeter shot of some flowers, and then 28 millimeters. 28 millimeters from the car. And I was doing shutter speed now, and I said, hey, this isn't working. You see how dark it is? So I went to, I messed up on those. I should have gone to aperture priority, and I did that over here. So I went through the park walkway or at Evans Road and Lookout. And this is a pan view. 28 millimeters, and then I got a close-ups with the 400 millimeters. The wind was blowing, and this is after the rain, okay? So I had to wait an hour, and in that hour I did an unboxing of the Minolta MND 50, and then I also did a video of the car wash that I went through. And then it rained right after that, so I headed back home, did 2 videos, and now I'm back out here. And you see, by putting it in aperture priority, it worked out better. But this is at 200, 28. Oh, wait a minute, sorry, 28, 200 millimeters, 400 millimeters. And that's a little blurry. Same thing here. And you can see how close I got to that beautiful flowers right there. And this is what I'm going to show you in the shocking with the Canon R8. So I got a little bit closer. I think that's the last. No, I got one more. Okay, I like that picture better. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, with the Samsung 4K monitor, it's more of a neutral color. But on this 4K monitor in front of me, the colors pop. So I'm liking this monitor. It's only running at 60 Hertz because I only got the, I think, 4K 30 going out, or 4K 60 going out on this HDMI port. I would have to get the USB-C to display port to get that 240 from this computer. So the HDMI port is before the HDMI 2.1. This is HDMI 2.0. But still, it's a great picture. Now, this is the Canon R8, okay? And let me click on here. Pretty darn good pictures. And this was from last night. But you can get real close with this 24 to 240 millimeter lens. Pretty impressed with it. And like I said, the autofocus is like the R6 Mark II. She was moving though, as you can see. And I got a close-up of the flowers. And you notice it's not blown out. And you can still zoom in a little bit. You'll see some noise though, okay? That's the difference between a 24 megapixel camera and a higher megapixel like a 33, 45, 61. You know what I'm talking about. And here's more pictures. So this was at sunset last night. And this is part of the R8 that I was trying out. See how sharp the cat is, even with the eyes. And this is from last night, okay? That's still a pretty good shot, right at the golden hour. Yeah, I can do something like that. That's a pretty good shot. And I was trying to see for any flaring with the lens. The dog, this is automatic white balance. I not change it in the inside. Now, this is today, a different day. And I was trying out the 240. And you can't see it, but there's the bird right there. And like I said, I can zoom in, okay? And it's still a pretty good picture. And that's a small bird, okay? And they're flying to the ground and they're hopping around all around here, chasing each other, playing around. I think one of these shots I got the bird flying. Yeah, I think this is just before he took off. Well, I didn't get it. And that's the stuff from the live oak tree. So I mowed the grass and before it rained and put the lawnmower in. So I still got a little bit left in the backyard. And as you can see, the bokeh looks kind of nice with this lens also, if you get close to your subject. By the way, this pollen right here is from the live oak tree, okay? And you can see some on the flowers. Now, I started doing the digital zoom, okay? As you go to 400%, and this is at the runoff, the capture, I don't know what you call it, but anyway. Now I'm going to start experimenting with the digital zoom. And look at that, folks. 400%. I got a lot closer to that bird than at 400 millimeters with the Nikon. Okay? So 240 millimeters at 400%. What do you think? They're pretty good. Then I started doing some flowers. And just look at the middle of this flower. So it's kind of pixelating because it's a 24 megapixel camera, but still, it's a good shot. I think that's 400%. The other one was 200. Let's see. Yeah, that's at 400%. Okay. He had something in his mouth and he just dropped it. Oh, there he is. Okay. And it's gone. This is at the cul-de-sac. And you see it's not as clear at 400%. 24, 240, I think. Or that's 240. Now the wind was blowing. I messed up there. But you see at 400% it is not sharp. 200% and that's at 240. And it's still not sharp. But the wind was blowing. So then I went to the Evans and Lookout Road Park, walking park, nature walk, whatever. And look at that. Closer, 400 millimeters or 400%, 200%, 240 millimeters, 28 millimeters. Got it? Pretty good, huh? And that's with the zoom lens. And that's at 400%. So I took a lot of these pictures just to pan. City of Selma. And look at that. Got close up. 400%. It's almost like a macro lens. Almost. Now I went to 24. Cactus. I think that was at 200. That's 200%, 400. Yeah, that's at 400%. Or that is. Sorry, that's it. Okay, I messed up. 400%, 400%. I think that's 200%, and that's 400. That's 240 millimeters. That's 28. So I got up closer. But that's a pretty shot right there. Yeah, I'm just backing off. And that's it. And I think I'll end it right there. Yeah, I might just do it like that. Okay, let's see if I can crop it in one more. Yeah, I can do it just like that. How's that, folks? A good ending shot? So there it is, Nikon Zf with the 28 to 400 millimeter, and then the Canon R8 with the 24 to 240 RF lens. But both mirrorless. This one has a digital crop. I did not put this 24 megapixel in a crop mode. Okay, or it would have been like a 10 or 8 megapixels. So didn't even do that. But I want to match it kind of like the same, and you can see what camera systems have done differently for the zooming, and I thought it was interesting. So yeah, she left, so I can't show her in the bed. And move this down right here. My other S9, crimson red. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.